disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, this is Life Coach Tricia from Life Coach Philippines. I'm a Master Builder apprentice of Master Coach A, and our mission is to build Thrive as we help your unstoppable dream come true. I'm also the creator and founder of Express to Dream Big Again coaching community. My mission is to create a safe space for you and for the people that matters to you. Express as you journey on the freedom to choose to stay alive and to dream big again. You are joining me today for Unleash Your Voice here in our new digital space, Think Talk Broadcast. Think Talk Broadcast is a flagship community project of the speakers of Coaching Think Talk from Life Coach Philippines and the members of Coach A Coaching Community. Our mission is to get closer to our kindred and serve better our coaching tribe. We envision being the go-to network for the content that connects the mind, the heart, and the soul through the platform of life coaching. This is us in the Philippines in advancing coaching as an art, a science, a lifestyle, a profession, and a business. Your one coaching thought for today is trust. Trust is built with consistency of facts and figures. We will be back shortly. Welcome back. So today is the 9th of April in the year 2022, and I'm broadcasting beyond borders of Legazpi City, Albay. You are joining me, Unleash Your Voice. This program is created for the young generation of leaders to express responsibly so that they can be free from the impression that hinder the fulfillment of their dreams. And this coaching conversation will be focusing on self-expression and the different ways on how we can express ourselves. So way back in 2019, way back in 2018, one big part of my journey is not being able to really express myself, despite that I'm a student leader, I'm active in school. But one of my mental challenge is not being able to really express myself. So it's a really big part in my journey to really learn and share on the people how important self-expression is, not only on our mental health, but as a human being, like to really express the dreams that we really want to really achieve. So imagine how many young individuals right now who lost their voice because they are trained not to really speak up. So for tonight, let's talk more about how we can really grow from the challenges and surprises that the world or the society have given us by being able to really acknowledge the different ways on how we can really express ourselves. So my guest for tonight is from Pasig City and also known as Cauliflower. She is an artist, animator, and a writer whose vibrant and color illustrations and characters aim to inspire others to be better versions of themselves and give a spark of hope in a hopeless world. So help me welcome our guest for tonight, Miss Shyla De Joya.
Hello! Thank you for inviting me, Coach Tricia, and thank you everyone for having me today. Hi!
Ayan. So thank you for saying yes tonight, Shyla, and to really share your own way on expressing yourself. But more on that, would you like to introduce yourself or say something about yourself so that other people will know kung sino ba talaga si Shyla De Joya?
So hello everyone. I'm Shyla De Joya on Facebook and Twitter, or in social media in general. I'm known as Cauliflower, or nickname Cali. And I make different artworks or illustrations, mostly in concept art or character design, and also looking to make comics. So, writer din po ako ng comics. Plus, I do animations as well. So, iba't ibang types of animations ang ginagawa ko. Yung short ones na rigged like live 2D, kung familiar po kayo doon, or yung frame-by-frame animation, which if you've watched like Disney, yung 2D animations nila, yun po yung mga ginagawa ko po. Pero mostly, I'm looking to the pre uh, the pre-process ng animation, which is storyboards, where kami po storyboard artists, sila yung stage ng mga characters and ng backgrounds to really tell the story behind the scene. So, yun po yung ginagawa ko, yun din po yung contents ng portfolio ko po. And most of my work is more like vibrant and wonderful, like yung topics ng artworks ko po. Kasi may effect po talaga yung magagandang colors, and it's just charming in its own way, um, yung brightness nila and how they come together, and just a stark contrast to dull, like gray colors and muted. Although those types of colors, then they give their own story or give their own meaning or tone to a particular scene. But mostly, ang work ko po is bright illustrations and leaning towards fantasy. Kasi I really love magic and magical worlds na whimsical, and like you're trying to make sense of them, and when they come together you see like the beauty in all of these works. So yun po, that's me. I'm Kathy. Hello here, Shyla or Shyla.
All right. So thank you for sharing that, Shyla. So bukod sa being an animator or writer, what other things do you do right now?
um for now, ang ginagawa ko aside from yung illustration work ko po, I more on hobbies. Ang hobbies ko is tabletop role-playing games. So, yun yung and gaming in general. So, aside from video games, yung nakikita natin nilaro sa mobile or sa computer or console, I do games na you play with other people. So, gather kayo lahat in a group, and then depende sa kung anong game nila nyo, you tell a story together or just have fun. So, yun isa ko pong hobby, and a new hobby is skating. Skating sa parking lot pag wala masyadong cars. It's a nice hobby. No? You get to move around and just enjoy the environment or the whole scene around you pag gumagalaw ka. So, yun po.
All right. So thank you for sharing that, Shyla. So the things that you are doing right now really help you to really express yourself, tama, di ba? Like the animation, the writing, and especially the new hobby na nabanggit mo is the roller skating. So I think that's one of the memorable na memory na meron ako ng pag-uwi ko sa Bicol, because na-tried nga natin siya nung sa Dicap tayo. So right now, Shyla, going back to animation and writing, kailan ka nagsimula sa that kind of way of expressing yourself? Kailan ka, like what specific year ka nagsimula?
For a specific year, I'd say around late high school, so mga grade 9 or 10, talaga siya nag-solidify na, gusto ko mag-drawing and mag-animate. But I remember like very early on in my childhood, mahilig na po ako mag-drawing. And it's the type of drawing na hindi, wow, you're like Picasso at a young age or something. It's more of, yung pag nakakakita ka ng bata na nagda-drawing, sasabihin mo, ay, ang cute, ang galing mo mag-drawing. And then, it's crayons splatter everywhere. Minsan sa wall, kaya minsan napapagalitan ako, or sa likod ng notebook, which is like, punong-puno dati sa akin, yung likod ng notebooks ko, puno lang ng drawings. But from what I could remember, grade 10, so I think 8 years ako, medyo mahina pa ako sa math. Dun ko nakita yung drawing being like a form or something I wanted to do, plus dun ko din nakita na napapakita ko yung emotions ko doon. Like, my ideas, my thoughts, na i-illustrate ko po siya through drawing. So, doon po siya nag-start para sa akin.
Alright, so thank you for sharing that, Shyla. So speaking of emotion, what specific emotion do you feel right now na pinag-uusapan natin yung pinaka gusto mong gawin right now? How do you feel?
I feel really passionate about it kasi again, it's something I really love doing. And it's something that a lot of people like should know about, that this art form can be like a way of showing your emotions or all that, or like letting out your emotions. And my connotation din po dito in the Philippines na art is being looked down on, especially as a profession, kasi wala kang masyadong makupang pera doon and all that. But I want to show people, or tell people that if art is for you, may fulfillment talaga, and money comes afterwards. Yun po. And you see all of the people that you help through your illustrations and your works, yung mga nakakakita ng mga nagagawa mo. So, yun, I'm quite excited to share all of my insights and thoughts and observations about art, and using it as a medium of your emotions, showing your emotions. Yun po.
Right, so maraming salamat for sharing that, Shyla. So, as of now that na define natin, or na-share mo sa amin kung paano nga nakakatulong sa yung this kind of art para mas ma-express mo yung sarili mo, to really fulfill your passion. Who are the people who nagsusupport sa iyo, like in journeying this kind of passion that you have?
First and foremost, yung parents ko, like, they're the very first people that really supported me during, especially nung na-realize ko na, animation is like the path that I want to go down to, or art. I remember kasi naabutan pa ako ng senior high school. So, instead of going directly to college, kailangan ko muna daanan yung senior high, which is like a bit more in depth or specific, but more specific yung college, of course. And nag-worry ako kasi all of the other strands and all of the other courses, kasi inisip ko na din kung ano yung course na papasukan ko. Dapat pasok din yung strand ko doon. All of them didn't seem interesting to me. They were all like, I don't want to do that until na-discover ko na animation is a thing, or art illustration. Like, hindi lang yung fine art na nakikita mo sa museums, like the paintings and all that, tapos nasa studio ka na puro yung paint and yung brushes. But meron din yung digital medium, which is through yung parang sa movies, and yung pwede mo palag gawin sa isang screen. I have a tablet for that. And nung na-realize ko yun, I brought it up to my parents with a little bit of like fear, kasi nga, like, I know that I was scared ako po na baka iba yung course na gusto nila akong like ipapasok in, kasi yung family po namin is there's a lot of people in the law segment, and then meron po kaming isang nasa medical segment, and I thought na, or corporate, yun din yung parents ko, they used to be in corporate, but now they're life coaches. But that was before they were life coaches, so medyo worried ako na ma-accept ba nila to? And thankfully, especially nung nakita nila talaga yung passion ko with that like path, and yung narinig nila yung reason kung bakit gusto kong kuhain yung animation, they were really supportive. Like, I remember fondly, like, kami ni Papa, lumabas kami ng house para maghanap ng school na papasukan. So, binisita ko most of the schools that offer animation or anything similar to that. And it was a fun experience. Like, like we drove around and tumingin kami sa mga campuses. And both mom and dad, like, they, even still, sinusuportahan po nila ako pag naghahanap ako ng like a class to improve my technical skills. Like, they're there. And pag may natapos akong project, they cheer me on. They're like, "Yay, congrats!" And it's fun. And pag medyo nawala din ng konti, they're there to like reroute me to the things that I need to do. So they're yung number one kong like supporters, kasi family, and yun, they love me. So yun po.
All right. So thank you for sharing that, Mika, that having a really supportive family and having a safe space talaga sa place kung asan ka everyday umuuwi or saan ka nagsistay can really help you to really feel so much better, and that can really help you to, or mas magpupush pa sa'yo para to really continue pursuing your passion. Ayan. So thank you for sharing that, Mika. And right now that kanina na-mention mo, what are the things that na nagbago nung naging life coach na yung parents mo?
I'd say a lot of things changed, especially after they became life coaches. Stuff that usually hindi na pag-usapan sa house but is actually really important to talk about, especially with the kids, para maintindihan nila kung bakit nangyayari to or bakit may ganito. Na papag-usapan ako, and my explanations, like, yun, it's really important na maintindihan ng kids kung bakit nangyayari ang isang thing, instead of like, hiding it under the rug and not talking about it at all, kasi minsan magstay sila sa brain ng bata trying to find like a reason kung bakit yun, and minsan nagkakaroon sila ng like a bad interpretation instead of seeing like bakit talaga siya nangyari. So yun yung isang change, like more things are being talked about and explained to me and my brother, kasi dalawa po kami, may siblings. I'm the eldest. And dun po sa yung pag, kasi may times na sometimes we're not good, like we're sad or we're angry or we feel tired, and minsan it shows in what we do or how we say things. And before, hindi siya napupoint out, like, and hindi din na-explain kung bakit, why you're being like confronted about that. Now, nagkakaroon ako ng self-discovery when I'm talking to my parents sometimes, na ganito ako mag-act kasi ganito yung emotion na nafe-feel ko. So, yun, having them transitioning into life coaching has not only helped me, but helped them as well. Like, dad, si Papa nasa bumalik pa ng corporate for, some plans, and I've seen him before where pag-uwi, he's annoyed and like angry and di ma-approach. This time around, parang nakikita mo na it's nahahandle niya na din po yung sarili niya. And I know, aside from, the whole life coaching thing, na him and mom, they're not alone in what they're doing. So other people being supportive of you, aside from family, it's also very helpful, which kind of ties in din sa may isa akong friend na parang nagbe-mentor sa akin ngayon in like helping me with my art skills, and also like in-approach ko siya minsan about like workplace ethics and like how to maximize productivity, and it's very helpful, like very supportive din siya sa akin. And I used to be afraid of criticisms like sa art kasi may times na like earlier on nung hindi pa maganda yung art ko or like it's still improving, nakikriticize ako ng mga classmates ko dati na ba't ganun, ba't ang pangit, like, or ba't ganyan siya. And now, like, swallowing that fear of like criticism kasi I know that that person would do their best to like give their input na helpful sa akin, like hindi siya detrimental. I approach them now for like art, like tips or advice, and yun, my art nag-improve siya unti-unti. Aside from the its own like improvement as I continue drawing. So yun po.
All right, so thank you for sharing that, Nika. And truly, like sabi nga ni Master Coaches mean supportive family avails much. And one of the thing that I really capture sa sharing mo is that family support matters. Like everything that we do as a kid or as children of our parents, we feel so much better when we feel that our parents are understand ano ba yung mga passion natin, and it only begins when we start expressing with them, like to really have a conversation with them. And one of the thing it's important, sabi nga ni Coach Nord din, sabi niya it's important that the kids understand what's happening around, sabi ni Coach Nord. So it's really important na hindi lang yung parent ang nag-express sa atin, but it's really important na tayo din nag-express sa kanila. At the same time, we understand each other. And it will really help our relationship, and it will really help us a lot na mas ma-boost pa yung confidence natin no matter ano man yung sabihin ng mga tao nasa space natin. Wala silang magagawa once that the parents or yung safe space natin yung nagbo-boost ng confidence natin. Is that, yeah, yun yung na-capture ko, Mika, and thank you for sharing that. And sabi ni Coach Rizal din, understanding parents avails much. And congratulations, Mika, and to really allowing your parents and at the same time allowing yourself to really express yourself sa kanila and to give them a chance na maintindihan ka sa mga gusto mong gawin. And Mika, I have a question right now. Paano
Yes.
ka nakarating sa point na nakapag-share ka na sa parents mo?
It's a really good question. I think it's like a very, very slow process that started. It started a little bit after nagpa-certify sila. Kasi, you know, nung after nila mas-certify, they've learned and parang naintindihan nila yung like people and emotions and like the whole life coaching way. Pero it takes time to really apply that to the people around you and maybe to yourself even. I'm not sure. Like, hindi ako life coach. But yun po yung observation na nakita ko po. It took a lot of time. And even now, minsan may hesitations pa rin ako na kausapin sila with like different stuff. But I see the improvement of like today from 5 years ago, and I'd say that even after all of the things that both me and my family went through, I'd prefer the today. It really changed nung I started opening up to them more when they showed na they want to listen. Yun. Nung time na, may times na they would sit down next to me or like walk up to me and ask me how I'm doing, or maybe just ask me like what I'm doing. And it showed that they were willing to listen, that they genuinely wanted to know like what I was doing, and that they want to see kasi gusto din nila makita kung ano din ang gawin ko, like, and yung kung ano ginagawa ko. And seeing them take a step forward to reach out to me or to like talk to me more and get me more to like talk to them. Of course, parang yung nagkaroon din ako ng time na doing their best to reach out to me. Why not meet them in the middle? Para hindi na sila mahirapan na like puntahan ako. Kasi ang mahaba pa yung distance. So yun. So we're like taking one step at a time towards each other. And so yun po.
Alright, so thank you for sharing that, Nika. So sabi ni Master Coach me in life coaching works and actually works sa family nyo. And actually may tanong din dito si Coach Nord. So before we take a break, sagutin muna natin yung tanong ni Coach Nord. So how do you respond to parents if they said no to your request?
So for me, kasi in the first place already like may hesitance pa ako mag-ask sa kanila for something. I'm not really the type of kid that asks a lot. I'd like to think testimony to parents ko. Right? But at the by chance that I do approach them for something, I think natutunan ko to or I picked this up from dad like very recently as well. Yeah, just within last month or this. Pag nag-no sila sa akin, of course, may reason na kung bakit no. Kasi dati like, no, that's it. And then you're like, but why? And wala. Silang sasabihin. And hindi mo din ma-ask kung bakit, why not? So you're like, okay, and accept it. But now, pag may request ako and they say no, may sinasabihan po nila nilalagyan po nila, no, may reason po sila kung bakit no. And that helps me understand why. There's still that like rejection that like, oh, it like, for me, it's more of like, no pala eh. But tinanong ko pa in the first place. Pero yun nga, hindi mo malalaman kung no or yes pag hindi mo tinanong. So my response was, okay, I understand. If it's something that I really, really want, I have to show talaga kung bakit. Dapat may good reason kung bakit. And the thing is, if it's something like you really want, you have to keep trying. Like, kahit magano siya, kahit mag-no sila. But you have to come to a point then, like a perspective, kung bakit nag-no sila. Maybe there's a really good reason bakit nag-no sila sa'yo. So yun po, again, it's really difficult to do like upfront na, kaagad na, yes, I understand why no, but I want to try again. Kasi, takot nga tayo sa rejection, and we have had some experiences na hindi siya na-close ng maayos or na-explain kung bakit. So, step by step, it's okay na to feel sad over it pag na-reject ka or pag sinabing no, ganon. But you also have to slowly like understand why. And if it's something you really feel like it should be a yes, you prove it and you make a way around that. So, yun po.
Ayan, so thank you for sharing that, Mika. So what really captured me is kapag hindi mo tinanong, hindi mo malalaman if yung answer nila is yes or no. Like
Yes,
to really, yes, so to really take a courage talaga to really ask them, di ba? So that really capture me kasi most of the time I'm always scared of rejection. But on the first place, nagtanong pa ako sa kanila if papayagan nila ako rin. So, I think that's one of the reason kung bakit hindi na ako nag-express dati, because I was really afraid of asking them. But right now, being able to really understand na kapag hindi mo nga naman sila tinanong, hindi mo malalaman yung sagot. So, I think it's really a great sharing, Mika. So, thank you for sharing that. So, we'll be having a quick break lang. So, I'll be having a water break lang. So, just tune in and we will be right back.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag and drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
Ayan, and we are back for the second part of the premiere broadcast brought to you by DCAP Copper Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines and Rise Up Creatives worldwide. So your provider of social commerce turnkey solution. So if you are not yet a smart holder of the Learning e-card and you are still missing all the perks that we enjoy, today is the best time to take action. So connect with Coach yourself to 0917-586-1661 to join the Learning Society, the tent maker of the Learning homes for mental fitness. Enjoy the 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Copper Republic and get full access to Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A, happening every fourth Saturday of the month, plus benefit from the 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So save the date on April 30 at 7:30 p.m. for our next Mental Model Masterclass, as Master Coach A will teach about the Elon Musk mental models. So for more information, and registration assistance, connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. So if you are interested to embark on a journey on becoming a professional life coach, Master Coach A offers the co-actively co-create life coach certification program with CPD accreditation and with 40 credit units. Life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains and thereby increasingly their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace. So, CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. The program package also comes with many other bonuses to connect with Coach Rizal through 0917 586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. Ayan, and we are back. So as we continue our conversation, let me invite my guest for today, Shyla, to join me back in the screen.
Hello.
Ayan, so naka-refresh na, Shyla. Okay na.
Yep.
All right.
Refreshed,
So,
drank,
okay. So
hydrated.
for our second part of this premier broadcast, the first question that I want to ask you, Shyla, is what does your voice means for you?
What does my voice mean for me? I'd say my voice is really important kasi my voice is what communicates like what I feel or what what I want to say, like all of the stories that I want to tell, I communicate through my voice. And I think like our voices aren't aren't the hindi lang siya yung like yung actual voice natin, like the sound that our body makes. I think our voice can be seen everywhere else in what we do. Like it can be through dancing or for me through art. And if you take away art from me, I think mawawala yung voice ko. Kasi that's like, or art and writing, kasi that's the best like forms of my voice that really show others like what I think about things, what I feel about things, and what I've learned from different like things and experiences. So yeah, voices are very important, not only for me, but the voices of other people as well. It's important.
All right. So thank you for sharing that, Shyla. So what really captured me is yung sinabi mo, our voice can be seen everywhere in all that we do. And it really shows like how you to express yung sarili mo sa mga arts na ginagawa mo. Like every arts that you do is may story siya, tama, di ba? Like
Yes
yung
po.
mga pinopost mo sa page and yung mga binibigay mo sa like yung last time yung birthday ko, and you shared with me the story behind of the photo of it. And I really appreciate it na maintindihan ko anong meron dun sa photo na yun. And to really hear your own voice and your own story sa like na yung nakalikod ng sa photo na yun. And a follow-up question about yung sa voice mo. How what voice do you usually express sa mga art mo? What kind of voice do you usually express sa mga arts mo?
Um, yung voice ko po in my art, it's, as I said, I love using vibrant colors sa artworks ko. Kasi it's, well, I'd like to think that my voice is colorful. I like telling people all of like the wonderful and vibrant things around them, like in people or in places or in things. I'd say my voice is vibrant and not to the point that it's blinding, like yung masakit sa mata. It like comes together like seamlessly most of the time I try. And it's not forcing to grab your attention in a sense. I don't think I make like really like art that pops out at you. Parang siya yung unang makikita mo pag nilagay mo siya pag tinabi mo siya sa ibang mga paintings. It's more of like when you pass by it, you look at it and like you appreciate how it's so it could give off the story that it has. Like I think yung artworks ko po or my voice is something that kind of have to put some attention with to see all of the details and all of the ways kung bakit ganito yung cloth sa body niya or bakit ito yung design sa character niya, since yun nga yung specialization ko or something that I really want to do more is character designs. So ganun po yung voice ko po from my observations.
All right. So thank you for sharing that, Mika. So you've mentioned characters yung usually ginagawa mo sa artworks mo, di ba? Tama ba?
Yes
Ayan.
po.
I think as we talk about it, mas maganda siguro i-share natin sa viewers natin or sa listeners natin ano ba yung mga kind of artworks that you have. So ayan. So ano siya, so would you like to tell us about these artworks that you created, Mika?
Of course. So picture on the left, I think that's my left. So yung family, like 3 people, girl with the lady with the green hair, and then that's a portrait of a family. Yung tatlong yan is characters from a tabletop game that I used to play in on na-cancel po yung game na yun, but it's fine. Um, she, yung yung lady with the green hair, siya yung mom ng dalawang characters doon. And ang story po behind that is, angel siya ng isang deity. And ang task niya is to protect the world from dangers outside of it. Kasi yun nga, in a fantasy setting, may iba't ibang realms, may iba't ibang worlds, and they could like cross over to each other. She protects the world from monsters or like enemies that is beyond like the earth or world kasi may name siya. And her children inherited her powers. Yung young girl na nakatingin sa flower is Ariel. And she was my paladin who's, in the words of that game, a demigod. Which means yung blood niya, may godly blood siya. Or she's very powerful, like more powerful than a human. And she also followed in her mother's footsteps to also protect the world from dangers that come from beyond like that plane of existence. And yung brother niya naman, which is si Volker, yung may hawak ng flower, siya, he's a watchman. So, nung times na wala pang cars and all that, so medieval, around that era, may mga caravans, yung mga travelers and yung merchants na dumadaan sa road. And when it's dark, hindi nila makikita yung way pag nag-travel sila. Mga watchmen, they light the way and they make sure that the caravans are protected as well. So, from dangers from thieves or from like animals na looking to attack that caravan. So both of them like followed their mom's footsteps to be protectors in their own little ways. Kasi they're not as powerful as her na they can protect like the whole world. Like they can appear in any place and fight the creatures. So they protect their own like places, like their own little circles. And ang nagustuhan ko sa story dyan is Ariel, yung young girl, showed a lot of the power that her mom had earlier on, nung baby pa siya. Or bata pa po siya. So, nakita na ng family niya na powerful agad siya and truly anak siya nung like angel na yan. Pero si Volker never really manifested that power until he was like way older and he believed na he's not special, gaya ng sister niya. Like, he thought na I probably didn't inherit any of my mom's powers. But that didn't stop him from being cool, like still continuing his duty as like a watchman or a protector of the caravans. And throughout the whole story, nung nilaro po namin yon, he showed his own like power, kung saan siya magaling. And it wasn't with like the magic of his mom, but with his own like wits and like his own thinking and his own compassion as well. So, yun po yung story ng family portrait po na yan.
Oh, okay. So, thank you for sharing that, Mika. So, ang ganda ng story niya behind of it, and it really helps us, like yung viewers ng artworks mo, to really understand the kind of art that you are creating. So this is based from a game that you are playing, tama ba? This
Yes po.
artwork. So, okay. So, what year did you created this etong family portrait na to?
I think that portrait was last year or like later of 2020. No, I think early siya ng 2021 po na I created that during that time.
Ayun, sabi ni Coach Lynn, artwork with a heart. So, ayun. So, what specific emotion yung gusto mong i-express dito sa family portrait na to, Mika?
For me, when I was making that portrait, I grew really attached to that family. Yung like tone or mood na gusto kong ipakita doon, especially with the use of my colors, is warmth. Like, you know, they're together and it's like really warm and cozy, like how familial love, I think, should look, uh, should be sometimes. So that's why my onting like glow na yellow, or like, yeah, warm yellow tone dyan po sa centering on the flower po. Yun po.
All right. So thank you for sharing that, Mika. And this artwork or the things that you are doing right now as an animator really helps you a lot to really express yourself. Tama ba?
That's
Like,
po. Like,
okay, go.
usually I would learn to how to express a story in an illustration. But slowly, like, a lot of the stories that different people write or make, they come from our own like experiences, like all of the stuff that we envision, that we see, yun po. So yeah, slowly naging something that is my voice, even though yung sa thinking ko is I'm learning to display the story itself. Yun po.
Okay. So thank you for sharing that, Mika. So like for example, this artwork really helps you a lot to really communicate. Like it doesn't mean na hindi ka nagsasalita verbally. It doesn't mean hindi ka nag-express. Kasi you express through this artwork. Tama, di ba?
Yeah, definitely. Like, maraming tao po na they have difficulty speaking to others and like wording out what they feel. So they put it all through like other means, like music. Like maybe they're really good like writers of songs or dancers. Like yung moves nila, nafe-feel mo yung emotion nila. Yun po.
All right. So thank you. Last one more question about your artworks, Mika. So, yung mga characters ditong dinodraw mo is somehow something that you want to do or something na gusto mong gawin siya in person. Tama ba?
Uh, in person,
Like
character.
in character, yes.
Yung character designs po is something like I want to do in projects, yun po. If
Mm,
I would do them in person, like people watching me as I draw, it's a little bit like more of, hindi pa ako ready pakita yung process, more of the, ano lang, the output for now. But it's something I'm interested in doing in the future po.
wow. Okay. So, I think this is your more recent artwork that you've posted in your page. Tama ba,
Opo,
Mika?
yung artwork na nasa right,
Yes.
yung people with the two people, yun po.
Alright, so if may character or kung may character ka sa mga artworks mo na gusto mong maging ikaw, sino yon?
I'd say, so yung last slide po, meron pong character doon, which yung nasa field with yung bunny ears. Name niya is Celia. And when I created her, kasi character din siya, yeah, yung girl with the bunny ears. Character din po siya sa isang tabletop game na nilaro ko po with friends. And she was an teacher siya na nagtuturo ng plant and everything about nature. So from trees and plant life and animal life, even to the magical side of it, kasi yun nga, fantasy world, bunnies, people. I really admired her kasi even if she looked like really kind and like, bunnies have that connotation na they're weak, they only run away. In that world, siya yung pinaka kinakatakutan ng lahat. Not in a sense na ayaw nilang lumapit sa kanya. And takot sila. Kasi siya yung pinaka-approachable between all of the main teachers na kalaro ko po nun. But kinakatakutan ko siya in a sense na they know what she's capable of. And if you really get on her bad side, she will fight, and she is scary when you fight her. So that aside, like the having magic at your disposal, not your disposal, but something that you can use in your day-to-day life, yun yung pinaka like attracting po sa akin. Kasi yun nga, I'm a big fan of fantasy and I love like magic systems and what you could do with it. So honestly, any of my characters na may magic, I want to kind of be them. Oh, yun po.
Oh, so any characters na na-create mo na with magic is that gusto mo talaga sila?
Yeah, kasi, mahilig lang po talaga ako sa magic. And that aside, yung iba't ibang characters ko po, they have many wonderful like stories and strengths and their own growth. Kasi yun nga, in that yung tabletop games na nilaro ko, we play them as actual people. So, meron din silang weaknesses and there's like events where they show that weakness and how they grow from that. So, all of or most of the characters in Illustrate ko po, which is from me, which is original character, my growth po sila.
Alright, so sabi ni Coach C, each character have their own story. So tama nga, Coach C. So it's really wonderful, Mika, to really have this conversation with you na malaman talaga namin na like animators like you, na mayroong story yung mga artworks behind of those art na ginagawa nila. And one of the thing is to really before we end our show, Mika, like before we end our episode tonight, what's the message that you want to unleash tonight? The message that you want to express to the people who are watching us tonight, or even the people who are watching the replay?
For me, my message is find that avenue which can really like get your ideas, your thoughts, or your voice out to other people. Because if you keep them to yourself, it gets stuck in your brain. Like hindi siya nakakalabas. And thoughts like those, like especially if they're stories or just really like creative ideas, you want to get them out para makita mo sila on a feasible thing or to show it to other people as well so that they get to understand you. Doesn't have to be a form of art. Like hindi lang siya in a way of uh, creative works like music or art or and all that. You'll find that there's many other ways to show your emotions or your feelings or communicate your ideas that isn't in a normal way, which is also okay because it's your way. It's how you do these things that helps you and makes you you. So yun yung story, yung message ko is keep looking if you can't find it. Because it will be there and you'll find that avenue for you that will help you grow. So, yun po.
Alright, so thank you for sharing your message, Mika. So one more last question is, how far do you want your voice to reach? Like your message mo na yun, how far do you want to reach?
I want yung message ko that I just said, I want everyone to hear it. Like, maybe starting small with like group of friends kasi nag-invite din ako ng friends dito. Hi friends. And yung like and their circles and slowly it's like domino effect. It will grow and more people will like hear that message. And for my own stories, I want to like show them on the big screen and in like streaming sites, like just so that others can see these messages or like hear these things that I've learned myself from experience and also hopefully helps them in what they're doing and how they're living their life. So, yun po, like, big.
Hey, thank you for sharing that, Mika. So before we end our episode, syempre, we need to promote your page and like your Twitter so that other people who are watching can really know kung paano sila magko-connect sa'yo.
Yes, of course. So, yan po yung pages ko. Please give them a follow. Commissions ko po will be opening soon. So, if you want character designs or character illustrations or illustrations in general, pwede niyo po akong i-message through my page or through my Twitter. And I will be posting new projects like animation projects and new comics that I will be publishing there in my pages. Give them a follow if you're interested in hearing my stories and seeing how I write or see these characters in actions, yung mga dinudrawing ko po. So, yun po. Thank you. At Kelly Starflower.
All right, thank you, Mika, for sharing that. And as we end our conversation, I want to say thank you for saying yes to become one of for my first guest in my new show, and that is Unleash Your Voice. So thank you everyone for supporting Unleash Your Voice, and whether you are joining us live or watching on a replay, please do leave a comment and circulate the link of this video, and don't keep us a secret. So I invite you to watch the other shows hosted here at Teen Talk Broadcast. Please follow,
Yay!
subscribe, and engage in our social media accounts. That is at Teen Talk TV on Twitter and Instagram, at Teen Talk Broadcast on YouTube, and give us a review. So for partnership and collaboration, please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. So see you in the next episode of Unleash Your Voice on April 23, 2022 here at Ting Talk Broadcast. So sabay
Yeah!
tayo, Mika, gawin yung Love Bomb Boom.
O,
So
sige po.
1, 2, 3, go. Love
Love
Bomb Boom,
bomb boom! Love
Love
bomb
Bomb
boom!
Boom,
Love
Love
bomb
Bomb Boom.
boom!
This is us
Bye!
in the Philippines advancing life coaching worldwide. Bye everyone!
Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.